اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم أدخل على أهل القبور السرور. اللهم اغني كل فقير. اللهم اشبع كل جائع. اللهم اكسو كل عريان. اللهم اقضي دين كل مدين. اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب. اللهم رد كل غريب. اللهم فك كل أسير. اللهم اصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين. اللهم اشفي كل مريض. اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك. اللهم اقضي عنا الدين واغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم. أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور. وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه علي. وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر. فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار فيمن تمن عليه وادخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم اللہم لک صمت وعلی رزقک افطرت وعلیک توکلت بسم اللہ اللہم لک صمنا وعلی رزقک افطرنا فتقبل منا انک انت السمیع العلیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم یا واسع المغفرة اغفر لی اللہم صل علی محمد وآل محمد اللہم صل علی محمد وآل محمد بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم
نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دعائی ہے نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دعائی ہے اور سجدے میں تیرے شیر نے تلوار کھائی ہے سجدے میں تیرے شیر نے تلوار کھائی ہے نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دعائی ہے ارے اللہ سے یہ کہتی تھی جنت میں فاطمہ اللہ سے یہ کہتی تھی جنت میں فاطمہ اور بچے میرے یتیم ہوئے بچے میرے یتیم ہوئے ہائے دعائی ہے بچے میرے یتیم ہوئے ہائے دعائی ہے اور نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دعائی ہے اور بولی حسن حسین سے زینب جی گئے فگار اور بولی حسن حسین سے زینب جی گئے فگار اور سنتی ہوں میرے بابا نے تلوار کھائی ہے اور سنتی ہوں میرے بابا نے تلوار کھائی ہے اور آتا نہیں ہے بیٹیوں کو موت کا یقین آتا نہیں ہے بیٹیوں کو موت کا یقین اور زینب پکارتی ہے کہ کیا نیند آئی ہے اور زینب پکارتی ہے کہ کیا نیند آئی ہے اور نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دہائی ہے اور 21ویں کو اٹھ گیا دنیا کا بادشاہ 21ویں کو اٹھ گیا دنیا کا بادشاہ اور میت حسن حسین نے رو کر اٹھائی ہے میت حسن حسین نے رو کر اٹھائی ہے نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دہائی ہے اور افسوس ابن ملجم ملوں کی تیغ نے افسوس ابن ملجم ملوں کی تیغ نے اور حسنین کو ملال کی صورت دکھائی ہے حسنین کو ملال کی صورت دکھائی ہے اور نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دہائی ہے اور عباس کا تڑپنا نا زینب سے پوچھئے عباس کا تڑپنا نا زینب سے پوچھئے اور کہتا ہے بچپنا یہی پہلی جدائی ہے اور کہتا ہے بچپنا یہی پہلی جدائی ہے نالا ہے جبرائیل کا خالق دہائی ہے اور سجدے میں تیرے شیر نے تلوار کھائی ہے
حسبنا اللہ و نعم الوکیل نعم المولا و نعم النصیر اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان اللعین الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم الحمد للہ رب العالمین والصلاة والسلام علی اشرف الانبیاء والمرسلین سیدنا و مولانا ابی القاسم محمد وعلى آلہ الطیبین الطاہرین المعصومین سیما بقیت اللہ العظم روحی و ارواح العالمین لہ الفدا رب اشرح لی صدری ویسر لی امری واحلل عقدۃ من لسانی یفقہوا قولی. Thanks for joining us. Today's topic, Imam Ali is the best. When we say Imam Ali is the best, it means that the Prophet is the greatest prophet of all the prophets. And the nation of the Prophet and the people who follow him are the greatest of all the followers of the rest of the prophets. And amongst his followers, the greatest and the best is Imam Ali. So in terms of human excellence, yes. And in terms of Islamic excellence, also, we look at Imam Ali and we see the ayat and the hadith that are regarding him. Whether it's about knowledge, whether it's about worship, whether it's about courage, whether it's about compassion and mercy and love, we see that Imam Ali excelled everyone, and the Prophet gave that as an example and a role model to the people. And so when we look at Imam Ali, we are saying that he is the most valuable person in the ummah of Muhammad, in the followers of Muhammad. And that's what we want to talk about today. How do we know that? We know it from the Quran. And I just want to go through that so everyone understands that without a doubt, Allah is speaking solely about the being of Imam Ali and the value of Imam Ali being more than everyone else. And this is what we want to discuss today. Now, Allah speaks about business, two types of business. There's a business that ends up in utter loss, complete waste, squandering your wealth and your assets and your capital. And then there's a business that Allah talks about is profitable. It will give you great dividends. It will make great profit for you. So both these businesses Allah speaks about in the Quran. Let me first go to the business where Allah says is in loss. And anyone who does that business and makes a deal like that, then that deal is going to be in an utter loss and he will be amongst the losers. Two places Allah speaks about and gives two examples of a deal that is in loss. Number one, He speaks about it in Surah Baqarah, ayat number 16. Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ اشْتَرَوُا الضَّلَالَةَ بِالْهُدَى فَمَا رَبِحَتْ تِجَارَتَهُمْ وَمَا كَانُوا مُهْتَدِينَ. These are they who buy error in place of guidance. Meaning that instead of guidance, they choose error. This is a deal they are making. They buy it. They purchase it. They don't purchase guidance. They don't go after guidance. They purchase misguidance. They purchase error. And Allah says that this is a deal that has no profit. فَمَا رَبِحَتْ تِجَارَتَهُمْ. Their trade, their commerce, their business will not have any profit, will not gain any profit for them. وَمَا كَانُوا مُهْتَدِينَ. And they will never be guided. So this is a sort of people who chose misguidance over guidance. They had the choice to do what Allah says, to do their wajibat, to stay away from haram. But instead of that, they went after haram. They did the haram thinking that they will enjoy it and they will have a great time in this life. But they ended up like everyone else did. There was no difference between them and others, except now they have to pay the consequences for living a life that is in utter loss and squandering the asset and the capital that they have, which is their life. That is number one. And the other place where Allah speaks about loss in business is ayat number 86 of Surah Baqarah. Same surah. He says, أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ اشْتَرَوُا الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا بِالْآخِرَةِ. Here what happens, these people are exchanging the life of the hereafter, which is the real life, which is eternal, which is forever, which is better in every way possible, and they exchange it with the life of this world, meaning that they choose to live the life of this world and they do not care about their hereafter, their real life, and the life that is going to be forever. They don't care about that, and Allah says that these are the people who are in utter loss. They are in complete loss because these people chose the wrong thing, and they are in such a loss, that he says, فَلَا يُخَفَّفُ عَنْهُمُ الْعَذَابِ. They will not get any concession in their punishment, no reduction in their sentence. Allah is not giving them any discount. Hellfire is their abode, and in hellfire they are not going to get any respite. They're not going to get a break. It's just going to go on. I mean, it shows that some people in hell are going to get a break. They are going to get some respite. they're going to get a time off. But such people who make this sort of deal do not get any break. They just end up finished in this sentence, punishment that is constant and perpetual without any stoppage. That's bad, and that is a bad trade. Wala hum yunsarun, and they have no helpers. No one is going to come and help them. No one is going to speak on their behalf. No shafa'at, nothing. They won't get anything there on the day of judgment. So these are people, Allah speaks about their business and the exchange that they made, and they are in utter loss. They're in complete loss as to what they have done and what they have chosen and what they have traded and what they have traded away. So this is one. Now Allah speaks about profitable business. Business that is going to make you a profit. It's going to bring great dividends. It's going to make you happy. What business is that? It's an offering that Allah is making to the people. And He's saying this, that it is truly an amazing offering. He's saying that, and the person who's offering this, see, that's special, because it's not being offered by people, it's not being offered by prophets, not being offered by angels, it's not being offered by any corporation in this dunya or anything like that. It is being offered by Allah Himself. Allah is making this deal, this business proposition. And this proposition that Allah is making is for anyone to take. You can take it, it's there, Allah announces it, He makes sure that the business is known to everyone. You see, business transactions have 4 elements. There are 4 elements to any business transaction. It's not Islamic, any business that you want to do. You have the seller, you have the buyer, you have the product, and you have the price. 4 things are necessary in a business, 4 elements. So if you want to sell something on eBay, well, you need to have the buyer, you need to have the seller, you need to have the product and the price. 4 things, and then a transaction can occur. A business transaction will occur for anyone to take. So now Allah is now doing the same thing. He is now making a business proposition. He is putting out the product, and He is putting out the price, and then He is the seller himself, which is, if you would want to give him points, it's like the best seller you can find, who will give you a lot more and will offer a lot more than what you bargained for. Allah is like that when He does business. He is very generous, very kind, and He gives more than what you deserve. This is Allah, and this is how He is in His characteristic, in His akhlaq. He always gives more than what you bargained for. This is how Allah deals with it. Now He's asking, is there anyone to take this? Who's going to come and take this? The offer is there. My friends, let's see this offer that Allah made in Surah Tawbah. It says, Inna Allah ishtara min al-mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi'anna lahumul jannah. He says that Allah has bought from the believers their lives and their property in exchange for Jannat. So, what is the product being bought here? The product in question, the goods, is the life of believers and the property of believers. And the price is Jannat. He says, you give me your life and you get Jannat. He is stating the price of your life, your property and your life. You give your property, you give your life, and what do you get in exchange? You get Jannat. This is the fair market value of a believer's life. Allah says Jannat, it is an everlasting life. Meaning, you give me the life here, which is for a few years, I will give you a life that is forever. You give the property over here to me and give that donation, which is like measly. How much do you earn anyway? So whatever you earn, you can give that as a donation here. And you know what? I'm going to give you so much over there, you can't even count. So much is going to come your way there. So now, that is Jannat. Jannat is the ultimate price of life. It is fair market value for your life. When you ask for Jannat, that is it. Allah is determining a value for your life. And this is for all believers. He says, Inna Allah ishtara minal mu'mineen. He has bought from the believers. So it's not that the business is done. No, this is an offer Allah is making. Allah is saying, I'm the one who's buying, and I'm buying your life in exchange for Jannat. Is there anyone who wants it? So this is an open-ended deal. Whoever wants to enter the transaction can enter it. We all have the chance to do that. Every moment has the chance to do that. All the prophets went forward and did it. All the messengers went forward and made that trade. Great believers went forward and made that trade. They gave their life to Allah. They gave their property to Allah. And they are promised that they are going to get the price for their sacrifice. They are going to get it. All of these people, this deal is being offered. Who is going to take this deal? There is no such deal that you will ever get, my friends. Allah is saying this is the best business proposition ever. No one is going to give you a better deal than this. Who is going to take this deal? So if you understood this, this is from all the believers. And if you do it, then you get the fair market value of your life, which is Jannat, an everlasting life. Subhanallah. So until now we understood that all the believers, all the mu'mineen, their life is worth Jannat. Now let's come and talk about a very special deal. Another business, another deal that Allah is talking about in the Quran. And this deal is far greater and far more magnificent than the deal that I just mentioned in the Quran. It is amazing, this deal. And in all of history, of all the people there have been and will ever be, this deal was offered once and it was transacted one time in all of history. That is magnificent, fascinating. See it. Allah speaks about this deal, and there's one person who took that deal. One person who went into that transaction, and he came out winning. No, there has never been a deal like this before in history, nor will there ever be a deal like this. And someone who's able to do that. Allah says, Surah Baqarah, ayat number 207. He says, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ, and amongst all of mankind, there's a person, one person. All of mankind, there's one person, مَن يَشْرِي نَفْسَهُ, who is selling himself. Who is selling himself? Yes, one person who's selling himself, his life. He's selling it. For what? ابتغاء مرضات الله. For seeking the pleasure of Allah. He is going to sell his life, and in return, he wants the pleasure of Allah. Not Jannat, but the pleasure of Allah. Meaning Allah Himself. Allah is pleased with someone. What does that mean? Allah's pleasure is going to go to this person. There's an exchange happening here, a transaction happening here, where this person is giving up his life in order to gain the pleasure of Allah. What kind of a great deal is this? And who is this person? Who is making this deal? Allah is speaking about this in the Quran, that amongst all of mankind, there's one person who has made this deal. One person who has made this deal. And Allah says about that, He says, Wallahu ra'ufun bil ibad. Allah is affectionate, ra'uf, to His servants. Ra'uf is different than Rahim or Rahman. Ra'fat and Rahmat have similar meanings. People get them confused. Ra'uf or Rahim, they both have similar meanings. Kind of merciful, compassionate. But there is a slight difference, and I want to point that out to you right now. Here, Allah says that He is Ra'uf with His servants. And amongst believers, He says He is Rahim with them. But here He is Ra'uf with them. You see, my friends, Rahmat is a relief. Is a relief that comes with a certain pain, certain difficulty, certain hardship. For example, you are in pain. You go to a doctor. The doctor says, well, you need a shot. Let me give you an injection. So he gives you an injection. The injection hurts. You will get your relief, but after this pain. So this injection is a mercy for you. It's going to solve your problem, but at the beginning there's going to be a little bit of difficulty for you. This is rahmat. Ra'fat, or when Allah says ra'uf, means that there is no concept of difficulty. There is complete joy, there's complete enjoyment, there's complete satisfaction. Allah, when He is Rauf on someone, there is no initial pain or difficulty or suffering. He is constantly satisfying you, constantly, perpetually putting you in a state of joy and enjoyment. This is Rauf. When you ask Allah to show His rahmat, then Allah might give you some difficulties to make it easy for you. But when you ask Allah to be Rauf on you, then it means that you're asking Allah to just show you affection in a way that you never feel pain or suffering. That's the difference between the two. Allah here, when it comes to this person, says that He is Rauf with him. He is Rauf because why? This person has sold himself for Allah's blessings, for Allah's pleasure. Now, let me put these two ayat together. On one hand, Allah is saying with all the believers, He bought their life for what? For Jannat. But from this one believer and from this one person, Allah bought his life for Allah's pleasure. So now Allah is putting a fair market value on the price of this one person. And when you compare the two ayat, then you understand that all the mu'mineen, on one hand, their highest value is Jannat, and this believer, one believer, on the other hand, his value is the pleasure of Allah. In other words, Allah Himself. Now you tell me who's the most valuable? Who has the most worth? And that was Ali. And he made the deal when he was young. He was 22 years old when he made this deal. 22 years old, Imam Ali makes this deal. When they planned the assassination of the Prophet in Mecca, and every tribe was involved in it, and they sent a representative so that no one tribe will be blamed for the murder of the Prophet. And so everyone was brought there. Allah informed the Prophet. In fact, also informed him that, listen, your own uncle is outside waiting to kill you. I mean, that's harsh. When your own relatives and blood is out there to kill you with your enemies, that's difficult. But he told that to the Prophet, and when Rasulullah heard that, okay, now Allah says, it is time for you to leave Makkah and go to Medina where you will be safe. So in order to do that, you will need to call Ali. Call Ali and let him sleep in your bed instead of you. So there we see that Imam Ali was called. He comes over there. Rasulullah tells him, listen, there are people who are planning to assassinate me tonight, and I need you to sleep in the bed. Would you do that instead of me? Now, Rasulullah did not tell him that he's going to be safe. He did not say that he's going to come out alive. He did not say any of those things. Did not give him any sort of assurance or hope that he is going to be alive tomorrow. All he said is that they are people who have come here to take my life. Ali, without hesitation, asked just one question. He said, Ya Rasulullah, if I sleep here, will your life be safe? Will your life be safe? And the messenger said, yes, I will be safe. As soon as Imam Ali heard that, he fell down in a sajda of shukr. He fell down in a sajda and did shukr, that Allah is giving him the chance to give his life to save the life of the Prophet. I mean, compare that to Ismail. When Ibrahim came and told Ismail that you're going to be sacrificed, Ismail said, I will be patient. You will find me to be patient. Imam Ali is ahead of that. He is not just patient, he is thankful. He's doing shukr. And that's what Imam Ali is doing right now when he took that and Rasulullah left him there. As soon as Rasulullah left, Imam Ali was in peace. He was in peace and he slept there. He slept. In fact, I don't know of any other night where Imam Ali slept like this. You know Imam Ali, we all know Imam Ali, we know about the history of Imam Ali. He never slept the whole night. He always used to be up most of the night praying. He will be up most of the night. He will be worshipping Allah, making dua to Allah, doing his time with Allah. This is the only night where I know of where he slept the whole night. And he slept, really slept. Could you imagine, in the shadow of those swords that are ready to kill him, he has no fear. He has no hesitation. And in that complete calm, he goes to sleep. And Allah loves this so much. Allah loves this so much. He says that amongst all the people, there's someone who is selling himself to seek my pleasure, to seek me. That is Ali. This was Imam Ali. He made that transaction and no one else did. And Allah put a value on his life much more than the value of every believer in history before the Prophet and after the Prophet. No one has the value that Imam Ali has. Now Allah's pleasure is with him. Now when Ali walks around, now you can understand after this. This was in Makkah. In Medina is where all the battles happen, where all the wars happen. This was in Makkah. After that, when you see Imam Ali daring and brave and walking in the midst of swords and death in the battlefield without any fear, why is that? It's because Imam Ali is saying, I made a trade. I gave my life to Allah, and in return, Allah has given me His pleasure. So now I'm not afraid to do anything with this life, because this life now belongs to Allah. It is going to be in His way. So in every battle, when you see Imam Ali walking out with his life on his palm, it is not because he's reckless or careless, because now his life is in Allah's hands. Allah is the owner of that life. Allah bought it. He sold it, Allah bought it, and that was the deal. Now Ali's life is Allah's, and Allah's pleasure is Ali. If anyone wants to make Allah happy, now they have to make Ali happy. If you want Allah's pleasure, you need to get Ali's pleasure. You cannot get Allah's pleasure without having Ali's pleasure. Because Allah is saying that He has my pleasure now. He took it from me and I took His life from Him. This is why Ali's job was to do what? Was to make sure that all his life, that he does not do khiyanat to the trade that he has made. That he doesn't betray that trade. From here you understand the point when Imam Ali was struck on that head and he knew that this is his eventual fate. And this blow is fatal. Imam Ali understood that. And as soon as he knew that this is the fatal blow, he says, Fulto bi Rabbil Kaaba. Today I am successful. I have done it. All my life I have carried myself in the hands of Allah. And now that death has come, I have done my job. I've given my life for Allah's sake, for Allah's cause. Completely, not wanting anything in return, not doing anything, Allah's pleasure, just to please Allah. And Allah says, Ali, I am pleased with you. Oh yes, I am pleased with you. Imam Ali's whole life is a lesson of Islam. His whole life is Islam. Everything that you want to learn in Islam, you look through his life, it is what Allah wants. It is His deen in the greatest form. Imam Ali was that. And if his life was a lesson, now his death is a lesson. Or at least that's what Imam Ali is telling everyone. When that sword struck Imam Ali was in the masjid. Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein came around him. People came around him. The effect of the poison started right away. The mind would not work. It was difficult to focus. There was pain on one side, and on the other side was the deliriousness of that poison seeping into the brain. Imam Ali was trying to compose himself to see if he's able to sit up straight, but it was difficult. Imam Hassan came to support him on one side. People gathered around him. And as that commotion happened, they brought Ibn Muljam inside, in front of Imam Ali. Imam Ali looked at Ibn Muljam. did not have to say much. He said, you have done this, then you will get the punishment that you deserve. If I live, I forgive you. If you die, then you will be struck one time just like you have struck me. And that is the Islamic punishment that you get. And when they took him, Imam Ali was a person who, even that killer of his, that night, Imam Ali would ask, how is Ibn Muljam doing? He saw that his hands are tied harshly. They tied his hands. He said, loosen his hands. He's in pain. And everyone was crying and saying, Mawla, why are you worried about him? He's the one who killed you. He's the one who killed you. But they don't know what Ali is. They don't know the value of Imam Ali. No one recognized it then. How hard was it for Ali? Allah knows Imam Ali's value. Allah knows his value, and that's why Allah is saying, Ali, come back to me now. You have been enough with these people. Now you come back to me. Imam Ali, it was hard for Imam Ali. As they took him from the masjid and they were walking, Imam Ali couldn't walk. He couldn't walk. So Imam Hassan on one hand, Imam Hussein on the other hand were holding him up. They were holding and propping him up, and they're helping him to walk. Imam Ali was telling the people that you saw me conquering Khaybar, you saw me beating Khandak, you saw me winning all these wars for Islam. Now you look at Ali, the same Ali who has thrown the door of Khaybar, today is unable to walk. Let my death be a lesson to you all. Let this be a lesson to you all, that now you know where the strength comes from, where the power comes from. It is Allah who gives this power. It is Allah who gives this power. People gathered around and they were taking Imam Ali to the house. As more people gathered around to see their leader, their Imam, struck like this with his beard drenched in his blood, they saw Imam Ali and everyone started crying. How could you not cry? Because such a leader, where are you going to get such a leader again? This leader now goes forward, and as he goes forward, he tells Imam Hassan something in his ears and tells him quietly. Imam Hassan looks at Imam Ali and then he says, Hassan, go ahead, tell them. And Imam Hassan now tells the people around, my father has asked you all that if you can please go away. Please go away. He says, but we want to make sure that he's okay. We want to help him all the way to his house. He says he knows, but there's something that Ali is not telling everyone. He just tells them, please just go away, just go away. Because Ali wants to let them know that at my house, there's going to be Zainab and Kulsum. When they see their father in this state, they will start to cry. And when they start crying, that's when people will hear Imam Ali is so afraid, so concerned about Zainab not being able to control herself and talk in front of people who are not mahram to her. Imam Ali said, please go away. I don't want Zainab to be in this situation. Mawla, this is not now, but 20 years from now, this will be the same Kufa, this will be the same streets, the same place, the same people, and your Zainab is going to be taken in those same streets. They won't be any hijab. Are you talking about not hearing? These people will be looking at Zainab like a spectacle. سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون يا محمود بحق محمد يا علاء بحق علي يا فاطر السماوات بحق فاطر يا محسن بحق حسن يا قديم الحسان بحق حسين. Allah give us the tawfiq to be on the right path, the wisdom to stand you guys, hasten the reappearance of our Imam, make us his helper when he comes. Wa akhiru da'wana an alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
Ya Ali, Maulana Ali, Ya Ali, Maulana Ali, Ya Ali, Maulana Ali, Ya Ali, Maulana چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا،
ماتم کرو امام علیہ السلام کا،
لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا، لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا،
لب سے علی کے جام شہادت قریب ہے، گردش میں آسمان و زمین کا نصیب ہے، کیا پوچھتے ہو قلب کی حالت عجیب ہے، چہرہ بجھا ہوا ہے ہر ایک خاص و عام کا،
لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا، لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا،
بیٹوں سے کہہ رہے ہیں شہنشاہ مشرقین، یہ گھر ہے اب تمہارے حوالے حسن حسین، زہرا کی بیٹیوں کا نام اجڑے سکون و چین، ہم جا رہے ہیں وقت نہیں اب قیام کا،
لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا، لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا،
ٹوٹیں گے آہ کو ہو ستم تم پا بار بار، روح بطول پاک کہاں پائے گی قرار، غم کی گھٹائیں چھائیں گی بے حد و بے شمار، ہوگا گما سحر پا نگاہوں کو شام کا،
لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا، لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا،
اے مومنو یہ رات قیامت کی رات ہے، رنج و علم میں ڈوبی ہوئی کائنات ہے، بجھنے کو اب علی کا چراغ حیات ہے، تغیر حال ہوتا ہے شاہ انام کا،
لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا، لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا،
ضربت علی کے سر پا لگائی دہائی ہے، تیغ ستم دلوں پا چلائی دہائی ہے، روح بطول خلد سے آئی دہائی ہے، ماتم کرو امام علیہ السلام کا،
لے کے چاند آیا ہے ماہ سیام کا، لے کے چاند آیا ہے
हसनैन रो के कहते थे दिल को नहीं करार, आवाज दी अली ने के बच्चों पदर निसार, आकर हमारे सीने से लग जाओ एक बार, अज़्मे सफर है वक्त नहीं अब क़याम का,
लेके चाँद आया है माहे सियाम का, लेके चाँद आया है माहे सियाम का।
सिदरा से जिब्राहील पुकारे बसद बुका, ये रंज ये ताब ये अलम वा मुसीबता, बच्चों के सर से बाप का साया भी उठ गया, बरपाए रम जहां में है मातम इमाम का,
लेके चाँद आया है माहे सियाम का, लेके चाँद आया है माहे सियाम का।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मदिन व आलि मुहम्मद। अस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या खैर खल्क़िल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या नबिय्यिल्लाह, अस्सलामु अलैका या अमीरल मुअमिनीन अली इब्न अबी तालिब अलैहिस्सलाम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम अय्युहल इमामुल हसन वल हुसैन सय्यदै शबाब अहलिल जन्नह। अस्सलामु अलैका अय्युहल इमाम ज़ैनुल आबिदीन व मुहम्मदिल बाक़िर व जअफ़रुस सादिक़ व मूसल काज़िम व अलीयुर रिज़ा। अस्सलामु अलैका या शरीकल क़ुरआन। अस्सलामु अलैका अय्युहल इमाम मुहम्मदुल जवाद। अस्सलामु अलैका अय्युहल इमामुल अलीयुल हादी। अस्सलामु अलैका अय्युहल इमामुल हसनुल अस्करी। अस्सलामु अलैका या साहिबल अस्री वज़्ज़मान। الأمان 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 العجلة العجلة العجل يا صاحب العصر والزمان. السلام عليكم يا جميع أهل بيت النبوة ورحمة الله وبركاته.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.